Before we start this video, I have to tell you that I'm no scientist and this is based on internet articles and YouTube videos. I just found this topic interesting, studied it, and wanted to share it with you, so feel free to correct me in the comments. Time crystals. Hey strangers, Squatnik here, and welcome to the third video on the channel. So you may have heard of time crystals, or space time crystals. If you'd like to learn a bit of basic information about them, stick with me. So if you thought that time crystals can rewind, fast forward or stop time, then sorry, you're wrong. So don't expect to stop time if you get one. Still, time crystals are interesting. But what are they, and where do they exist? A time crystal, or space-time crystal, is a structure that repeats in time as well as in space. Repeating themselves in time leads the crystal to change from moment to moment. So, what does all this mean? Well, let me tell you. A time crystal is a state of matter, usually considered the fifth, that follows a pattern in space like a normal crystal. But unlike a normal crystal, it also follows a pattern in time, somewhat like a loop. So you may be wondering, where do they exist? How do they look like? Or can we use them to time travel? Let's start with where do they exist, mainly because it's the question I'm looking to answer first. It existed as an idea in 2012 by Nobel laureate Frank Wilczek. Then in 2014, Krzysztof Sasha predicted the behavior of discrete time crystals. And later in October 2016, Christopher Monroe at the University of Maryland claimed to have created the world's first discrete time crystal, using the idea from Yau's proposal, which states that time crystals can be created in spin systems, or nuclei that have no coupling with the nuclei of the outside world. This means that time crystals can only be found in labs. Now, how do they look like? Well, they, as I said before, have both a space and time pattern, meaning that they keep on changing their shapes. A simple way to describe them is as crystals that keep on moving with no source of energy, and many people like to explain them as unstoppable jelly. And the biggest question, can we use them to time travel? And the answer is simply no. Time crystals are just non-equilibrium matter that repeats a pattern not just in space but also in time, which gives it no possibility of traveling through time. Well, that concludes it for today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and in the comments tell me if you like this video and if you want more scientific topics in this channel. Stay frosty, and I'll see you next time. Proszę.